everybody, Low Carb Keith here. I'm in my kitchen. It's almost dinner time, and I thought I would make something for dinner tonight. You know, I've made meatballs before in one of my videos. Well, actually in a couple of my videos. But I decided that I was going to try something a little bit different today. So I'm going to make something that I'm calling keto-loaded meatballs. So let me just tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to start out with a pound of ground beef, if I can get it out of the package. And then we're just going to add a bunch of stuff to it. This is actually, looks like a little bit more than a pound. This is about 1.33 pounds, so we're going to go with that. All right, pound of ground beef. And I'm going to put 1 egg in here. All right. Here's an egg. I have got, oh, and by the way, this is not a recipe that I got off the internet. This is just something I was sitting around thinking about today and said, I'll make up my own recipe. So this is it. This is my own recipe. So we've started out with our ground beef, an egg. Let's see what else. I have got a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. This is actually a blend of Parmesan and Romano. I've got about 1/2 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese that we're going to put in there. I've got my egg. I'm going to put in a couple of tablespoons of almond flour. All right. A couple of heaping tablespoons of almond flour. There we go. We're going to season it with a little Lowry seasoning salt. All right. And we're going to put it in, I didn't have any onions, so I'm just going to put in a little bit of onion powder in this. There we go. And a little bit of garlic powder. Not much, just a touch. All right. Now, I'm going to mix it up, and then we're going to add another ingredient. So we're just going to get my hands in there and get it mixed up good. Get all the dry ingredients mixed with the hamburger meat, the cheese, and all. I hope you're having a great week. It's Wednesday, and this is the middle of spring break for me. Since I teach high school, we have a week off, so we are, it's smack dab in the middle of it. And I have done some long overdue spring cleaning. Okay, so that's what I've been working on. I have an office and a kind of a little TV studio that I've done stuff in for years, and it was just full to the brim of things that I've kept in there probably for 15 years that I needed to kind of go through and figure out what to do with. So that's what I've been doing. All right, so there's our meat. We've got it mixed up, okay? And what I'm going to do is I have taken some cauliflower and I have cooked the cauliflower. Actually, I boiled it and then I mushed it up. So I'm going to put in, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe a cup and a half of cauliflower. Let me get something, put it in there. All right. And it's, you could use cauliflower rice with this if you wanted to, but I just took regular old cauliflower and boiled it on the stove for about 10 minutes and softened it. And then I just took my hands and I just mushed it up really, really good. Okay. So you want to get that all in there really mixed up good. And you want your cauliflower to be, you know, you want it to have little chunks but not too big. So make sure it's not too big. And get that just mixed up really, really good. All right. Like I said, this is loaded with lots of stuff. So we'll see how they turn out. I've got the oven preheating at 350 degrees. And we're going to cook these probably, depending on the size of the meatballs that we end up with, we're going to cook these for probably 20 to 30 minutes, something like that. All right, so I'm gonna clean my hands up and come up back and so I can get everything set to make my meatballs. All right, here we go. Like I said, this was just something that I kind of came up with, and I said, I bet that would be good. It's gonna be low carb. And so now we're gonna make our meatballs. Make them about, gosh, a little bit bigger than a golf ball, about like that, probably. And we're going to, like I said, put these in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how long they take to cook. But these are going to be low carb. They're kind of pretty good sized meatballs. Like I said, with that 1 1/3 pounds. You know, I was having lunch with an old friend of mine yesterday, and we were talking about things and talking about dieting and such, and I kind of confessed to him that I'm not at the weight that I was, the lowest weight, when I lost most of my weight. And I'll be honest with you. When I lost all of my weight, I got down to about 162 to 163, 64, which was about 130 pounds for me. And it was kind of hard to maintain. Not that I went off my diet, which I didn't, but I felt like I was kind of really restricting myself a little much. So I gained a few pounds, and to be honest, over the last year, I've probably gained about 15 pounds or so. But I can tell you what I have discovered. Back when I was that low, when I was at 162, 163, I could stand up against the wall, put my back against the wall. The only thing that would touch the wall would be my spine. I didn't have much meat at all back there. And I said, I'm not sure that's a healthy weight. So, like I said, put on a little bit of weight, which I'm maintaining. It's just fine. But I feel a little bit better. I don't have that issue anymore with not having much meat on my bones. I've got a little bit more. I did, gain a little bit of waist size, which was fine, but I've still got, my pants still fit. So you just have to kind of figure out, you have to listen to your body and listen to what it's saying to you as far as where you need to be for a healthy weight. Listen to your doctor, obviously, but you've got to listen to your body as well. Because I truly believe your body will let you know where you need to be. All right, so I think we've got room for about 3 more. That's a dozen, which is about right for a pound. But like I said, this was 1 1/3 pounds. So we're going to get 2 more in there. And I'm happy with that. I'm still way less than I did when I graduated high school, which is kind of my ultimate goal when I first started out. That's one of the things that I said. And I'm still on my low-carb diet. And I feel good. And I think a lot of it is because I don't eat sugar, or very little sugar. All right. So I've ended up with 15 meatballs that are pretty good size meatballs. They are about 2 inches in diameter, 1.5 inches, 2 inches in diameter, but they're filled with lots of stuff. So they're loaded down, and that was kind of my intention. So we're going to put these in the oven probably for about 30 minutes because of this size, and then we'll come back and we'll give one a taste. All right, friends, so my keto loaded meatballs have been in the oven for about 30 minutes. So we're going to take them out, we're going to take a look, and we're going to take a taste if they are done. Oh wow, look at that. Check one, see if it's done. Take it out. We'll open it up. Oh yeah, those are done. And because they're loaded with cheese and cauliflower and almond flour and egg, they're kind of light. They're not very dense, which is what I like in a meatball. I don't like a tough meatball, but those are cooked all the way through. There's no pink or red in there. So let's take a taste, see what the taste is like. Man, that's delicious. I'm going to put a little bit of my sugar-free ketchup on the plate, dip it in that, take another taste. You know, this was really easy and simple to do. It doesn't require a lot of special things, and you know, it's pretty quick. So, oh wow, that's great. And the addition of that cauliflower just kind of, you know, gives it something else. It gives it something a little bit different. You don't taste the cauliflower; it just kind of fills it up, and it makes a really enjoyable meatball. I'm sure you could use these with, you know, you could put sauce on these. You could, you know, put these with other vegetables, salad. I plan on eating them with my salad tonight, and this would make a great anytime dinner. And look what I've got. I've got these. I'm going to put these in the refrigerator. Probably that's enough for, well, 3 of those meatballs would be a lot. That's enough for 5 good meals or 5 good dishes. So if it's just you, you can have it for several days. If you've got a family, you know, you could probably make enough for, you know, a couple of meals. So it's really, really good. And it's low carb. It's keto. There's not hardly anything in there that has very many carbs. The cauliflower has a little bit. The almond flour has a little bit. But other than that, there's nothing really in the cheese, just a little bit. I'm guessing there may be 1.5 net carbs per meatball with this. So they're delicious, they're great. That's what I'm having for supper. And I appreciate you watching. Be sure and follow me on my social media channels. I'm Low Carb Keith, and you can find me on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Just look for me, Low Carb Keith. And also I wanted to remind you that my book, My Low Carb Life, How I Lost 130 Pounds and Kept It Off, the audiobook version is now available online to purchase. So you can go to any of your retailers. It's on Amazon, it's on Audible, it's on Books A Million, Barnes & Noble, you know, dozens of places right now. So you can go there and hear my story and maybe hopefully be inspired to make some changes in your own life. All right, thanks for watching. That's good.